All right, guys, Jeanette LaCroix here. I'm going to talk to you about some augmented reality apps. The first app I want to talk to you guys about that I found was Fetch Lunch Rush. I really liked this app because it gave me a chance that I could use this with my students in class independently, which is something I'm really looking for. And if you watch the video, you can see how I kind of explored with it. So first thing you have to do is open the app.
That's what I'm talking about, people. Lunch rush! Hi, Ruff Ruffman here. I need your help feeding my hungry movie crew. And my crew is always hungry for sushi. But you need a set of printed game pieces to get started.
So for this part, I was working at home and I don't have any ink, so I used the game pieces online. So through the video, you'll see me using the game pieces online, but I really liked that I could have this ready in a center for my students and they could just play the game on the carpet and they wouldn't need me for most of it, all while building math fact fluency. So for this, I just hit play because I already had my game pieces loaded. I also liked this option. It gave you a chance to choose how many players so students could play together or independently on their own, which I thought was a great feature.
Tap how you want to play. Time. See how fast you can deliver sushi. Campaign. Try to get all the way to Top Dog.
So this was another cool feature that I really liked. Again, letting my students have a little bit more choice and being able to decide how they wanted to play, because timed for some students might really stress them out or give them a little bit of anxiety. And a lot of my students are really competitive, so the campaign aspect I thought would be perfect.
Pick the level you want.
Again, giving my students more choice and letting them choose what they think is easy or hard, and then a little bit of an explanation, I think could give them a lot of power in their assignment.
Player 1, tap your button to pick a nickname.
They also get to have a lot more fun with choosing a character too.
Spotnik, tap play to get started. Sweet biscuits, let's deliver some sushi. Glenn's placing his orders. We need to solve these equations in order to deliver the right amount of sushi to my crew. Look at the top for the equation to solve. I've got 2 pieces of sushi. If I add 2 more, how many pieces of sushi does that make altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Tap.
I really enjoyed this part because it gave them an example of how to solve the problem, again, so they don't need me. They can be independent in working on their addition math facts, and it kind of showed it all to them virtually without having to get involved at all.
The play button to play.
All right, guys, the next app that I wanted to discuss was Quiver and Quiver Vision. Again, I'm at home and I don't have any ink in my printer, so what you would normally do for this app is print off a coloring sheet, and there's tons of different templates, but since I couldn't print any off, I went to Google and found one that was completed and used my phone to, again, use the app to show what it would look like if my students had completed it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I explored this app. So you go in and you click on the butterfly at the bottom and you point it. You have to point it towards your completed drawing. So if I were to print this out for my students, they'd have it on their desks, get an iPad, and then go ahead and point it at their drawing and see it come to life. So here you can see it completely popped off the page. I did dot day, so we got to create our own dots if this was the template I was going to use. And you can see it from all angles and all sides. Another cool thing I found, as you'll see on my face, I was amazed. This was my first time exploring it, and I turned it around and saw that it was